I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of seeing my favorite team taking L's. I can't remember the last time I saw a W go up. Make some free throws. Is that too much to ask? Make some freaking free throws. KCP, you was out there hooping. You was out there hooping, KCP, but you missed the free throw to tie the game. Andre Drummond, you wasn't out there hooping. You was 6 feet too tall, 202 many pounds, and you're out there trying to finesse people like a guard. Bang down to the post, Andre. Bang down to the post. Clint Capella shouldn't be able to stop you. He shouldn't. You was too big. Back him down. Come on, Andre. Aaron Baines, get off the team. Get off. Just pack your bags and get off the team. Ish Smith, you close to getting put off the team too. You ain't hooping. Reggie, please. Reggie, please come back. Look, I can't take no more L's like this. We is 6-9. 6-9. We barely better than Philly. We barely better than Philly. Barely. Reggie, please. So the Toronto Raptors tried to bounce back last night after getting robbed in Sacramento. Unfortunately for them, their opponents were the Los Angeles Clippers, and the Los Angeles Clippers are basically robots. The Clippers are playing almost perfect basketball. They beat the Raptors 123-115, and it was a really close game. The Clippers went up by like 17 at one point. I think it was like late in the third quarter. They were up by 17, but the Raptors fought back basically immediately to make it a single-digit game. And it was just a seesaw battle the entire game, except the one thing is the Clippers built a lead, and then the Raptors got it down, but then they just couldn't get the lead back. The Clippers offense was too good. The Clippers defense was too good. And so it's just like, it almost feels impossible to beat the Clippers right now. It does. It almost seems like the Clippers can't be beat. Chris Paul had an amazing game. He hit some clutch shots at the end. He finished with 26 points and 12 assists. And Blake Griffin and JJ Redick were both really good too. Blake Griffin had 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. And JJ Redick was on fire from the field. He had 20 points on 7 shots. 20 points and 7 shots, 3 of 4 from downtown, but he went to the line 9 times. So that's an extremely efficient night. Clippers are now 13-2. The Minnesota Timberwolves reminded us that they were a young team yesterday. They were up basically the entire game, and had a pretty big lead in the third quarter. They were up by like 15 in the third quarter and to start the fourth. Karl Anthony Towns was dominating. He had a dominant night, 27 points, 18 rebounds. He was dominating that night. Andrew Wiggins had an all game. Zach LaVine really didn't do much. But it was in the start of the fourth quarter with the bench group for the Boston Celtics. They clamped the freaking Timberwolves in the fourth. Timberwolves only scored 12 points in the fourth, and Boston clamped the Timberwolves in the fourth quarter. They went on like a 17-0 run to take the lead, and it was just ugly, I know if I was a Timberwolves fan watching that, I would be kind of upset. You were up double digits heading into the fourth, and then you just got mollywopped. Al Horford had another good game coming back from injury. He had 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists, and also another 3 blocks game. So he's been getting a lot of blocks these last 2 games. But for Boston, it was like people like Terry Rozier off the bench, Marcus Smart, freaking Jonas Jerebko. Those guys in the fourth quarter that won the game for Boston on that run, because those are the people who were in there. I think it was like Terry Rozier, Marcus Smart, Jerebko, Jaylen Brown, and Al Horford was the lineup they used when they went on that 17-0 run. So, not the lineup you would expect. You would think Isaiah Thomas had a huge part to do with it, but he didn't. He didn't. It was the bench guys, and dang. Indiana got slapped around yesterday. They did have Paul George, but they still got slapped around by the Golden State Warriors. So they lost by 37, 120-83. So they got knocked. Curry had 22, Thompson had 25, but it was just a really balanced scoring game for the Golden State Warriors. No gaudy numbers or anything, just all to the scoreboard, really solid numbers. And then they played some good defense. Bradley Beal set his career high last night with 42 points. The man was setting flames. The man was straight fire from the court yesterday. And yet the Phoenix Suns still hung around. They only lost by 5. When you think of someone dropping 42 points, the first thing goes to my mind is that was probably a blowout. But no, the Phoenix Suns hung around. Devin Booker had 30 points and Eric Bledsoe had 29. But for the Washington Wizards, it's basically their bench. Their bench is straight up trash. They have the worst bench in the league right now. And they need to address that. They need some production off that bench. Once Wall and Beal come out, or just one of the two, it's a wrap. It's straight up, it's a wrap. They have a hard enough time keeping the team in the game, and then once they come out, they're in a bigger hole that they can't get out of, except Bradley Beal went off for a monster game, so that helped. know I don't talk about this team too much, but the Memphis Grizzlies have been looking really good the past few games. Their defense has been outstanding. Like, straight up outstanding. I still don't like watching Grizzlies game. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna front. I don't like watching Grizzlies game just because it's kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of boring to watch a Grizzlies game. Yesterday probably would have been more entertaining because Mike Conley was on fire. But normally, you know, the scores are like 80 to 75 or 80 to 60, and that's not a very fun game to watch. I'm not gonna lie, but if they get the W's, that's all that matters. So they're getting W's. Zach Randolph is having a nice year off the bench. In case you didn't know, Zach Randolph is now a bench player for Memphis, and he's doing a solid job of coming off the bench. He's averaging 14 points and 8 rebounds. But the Memphis Grizzlies is just, it's like, you know, it's called the grindhouse, and that's what it is. They grind you out of the games, and they grinded the Charlotte Hornets pretty good last night. Parker and Antetokounmpo are still an amazing duo, yo. The Bucks beat the Magic last night, and Antetokounmpo had a triple-double, yo. 21 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, but he also had 5 steals and freaking 3 blocks. So, you know, he is literally out there doing everything. He's gonna have like a 20-10-10-10-10 game one day, yo. 10 steals, 10 blocks, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, 20 points. I can see it. And Parker is still improving. He's gotten a lot better at shooting from distance. He was 5 of 7 from 3 last night, and he had 22 points. And you know, that's basically all you need from the Bucks. That's all the Bucks really have right now is Parker and Antetokounmpo. They really need Middleton to come back. Once they get him, the Bucks will be a threat. They won't be like a championship contender yet, but they'll definitely be a playoff team. No big surprise here. The Spurs beat the Mavs. Kawhi Leonard had 24 points, 9 rebounds, and you know, it was just, and you could expect the win, even though it was a pretty close game. You know, 96-91. It was a pretty close game, but the Spurs won up with the win. Seth Curry had a really good game, looking out his brother out there. 5 for 10 from 3, 23 points. And Harrison Barnes, you know, he had his 20 points. Hassan Whiteside had a monster game last night. 32 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 blocks. But the Miami Heat came up short to the Philadelphia 76ers, who have their first win streak since who knows how long, yo. The Philadelphia 76ers are on a 2-game win streak. When was the last time you heard someone say that? Joel Embiid had another good game, 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 23 minutes, so you know, just amazing production for the amount of minutes that he's been able to play. I can't imagine what he's going to do when he can play like 36 minutes a game. It's going to be crazy. And that about wraps it up for the day 29 recap of the 2016-2017 NBA season. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know I didn't because the freaking Pistons lost again. If you guys did enjoy the video, smack that like button. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this, more NBA content uploaded every single day. So until tomorrow, keep getting the Buckets team SDC, and I'm out of here. Peace!